So we're headed to Italy today. This afternoon, we're going to Florence and then a small town that's about an hour south of Montepulciano. It's supposed to be between about 60 and 80 degrees, so there's quite a wide range of weather that we're going to experience and quite a bit of rain. But we're so excited to go. We haven't been back to Florence for almost 6 years now, and it's near and dear to us because we studied abroad there almost 13 years ago now, which is kind of gross to think about. But so here's what we're packing and bringing along. So we're gonna put these into our away packing cubes and get them packed. My goal is to get everything into these 2 bags. I have this backpack here, which is wonderful. It's quite amazing how much you can fit in it. It doesn't look like much, but it's nice and durable, and there's always room for extra. My absolute favorite is my Dulcie. Now I've had this for over 6 years, and you can see it's still in really good condition. There's a couple marks, of course, from, general just having to be checked and whatnot, but this is my favorite suitcase I've ever owned. I'm gonna put in the bulky stuff first, the big rain jacket. Packing cube 1 complete. This has all of the pajamas, socks, and underwear for our 2-year-old. The next packing cube is complete. This is why I love these. I have every single piece of her clothing for the 2-year-old for the week in this one packing cube. So what I can do is just put this directly in a drawer when I get there, and it's easy to find all of her stuff. And these are the away packing cubes. I swear by them. I use them on every trip. They're durable, waterproof. Well, we were close. We have a few casualties. Poor Herman the German is gonna have to stay home. Got everything in there except for 2 pairs of pants and this jacket. Okay, so we have all the packing cubes in, 2 on each side. So ideally that would be everything, and then you can just close the suitcase. You don't even need to use the extender on it because it just fits so perfectly. But I have a couple extra, so I have to just put my pants here. That'll be just fine, and the jacket. And that'll be it. That's everything for me and my 2-year-old in one suitcase.
So we booked our rental car through rentalcars.com, which routed us to a company called Drivalia, which operates an only electric vehicle fleet, and it even includes free charging, which has been very convenient, believe it or not, in Italy, even though we're in the countryside in a small town. There's 2 charging spots, one at the grocery store and one in the town center. At the villa in San Salvatore, Tuscany. So this is the town that we're staying in, Abbadia San Salvatore. We're walking into the Centro Storico.
This way?
Yeah, this way. The village of Abbadia San Salvatore boasts a rich tapestry of history that dates back centuries. The village's legacy is mainly underpinned by the Benedictine Abbey that dates back all the way to the 8th century. The city is protected by old ancient walls, which we walk through, and mainly underwent 3 different stages between the 8th and 14th centuries. So this is the Benedictine Abbey. This is the interior courtyard of the Abbey here.
ready to go to the hot springs? What do you want to do at the hot springs? So we are walking to Fosso Bianco in Bagno San Filippo.
Beautiful path leading to Fosso Bianco. Go take a dip in the hot springs of Bagno San Filippo in the middle of Tuscany. Small tariff of €1.50 for parking an hour, €1.50 an hour. Easy to find parking right outside, and then when you get to the hot springs, it's a €2 tariff for entrance. So very reasonably priced, and let's see how it is. Just heading out. Overall, it was a good visit to Abbadia San Filippo. It was only a 20-minute drive from Abbadia San Salvatore, where we're staying, and we spent about an hour here, which is enough time. Hour to 2 hours. I wouldn't spend a full day or even a half day here, but good for a stopover. And also the scenery is beautiful, giving me a lot of Yellowstone vibes. Hard to believe that you're in Tuscany, being here in this spot. The water wasn't totally hot. I wouldn't call it really a hot spring. There are spots where it was warmer than others, but the soil you could really feel, which is good for the skin, of course. And if you're a wine lover, this is a good way to get insight in terms of the Tuscan soil and ground that is ever so important for grapevines. A good way to kind of relax, and very much needed to get into nature. I was really needing that. Living in the city sometimes makes you want to get out and see the natural habitat. Alright, so we're headed to Pienza, the town of Pienza. You can see right here, up on the hill. Heading up there. That's the town. We stopped here at a pretty scenic spot. Very prototypical Tuscan view. We're right near a Gladiator, the movie Gladiator, a filming spot just over the corner of the way here. But as you can see, the typical Tuscan rolling hills. And Pienza is one of the more beautiful towns, if you can go see it up on the hill up here. Walking into the old walls of the city. The town center of Pienza. Beautiful buildings, quaint town, plenty of wine bars, restaurants, trattorias. Totally would stay here for an extended stay. I wish we had more time here, but trying to make the most of it in just a day trip from Abbadia. Okay, made it to Siena. It's been 13 years since I've been here, so it feels good to be back. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive from Abbadia San Salvatore, where we were staying before, and we're on our way to Florence. So this is the halfway spot. So stopping here for lunch. So at Piazza del Campo here, very famous spot. The Palio horse races held here. But more importantly, as a young study abroad student 13 years ago, sat right over here and had a bottle of wine with Alex, my wife, so eventual wife, current wife now. So pretty cool little spot. The fact that it's still there and able to visit Siena this many years later. Where?
I don't know.
You don't know? Did you know Mama and Papa sat right there 13 years ago? Over there?
Huh?
We sat and had wine at that restaurant 13 years ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah!
Yes, I feel it again in the back of my head. I'm getting restless, baby. Nobody waits. I'm stuck in the middle, chasing.
Right, so an hour and a half in Siena for the books. Pizza stop, Piazza del Campo, the Duomo, and then we hit the sanctuary for St. Catherine, which is her resting place here in Siena. We had to make it to the St. Catherine's Basilica, where there's relics. Didn't have enough time, but still worthy of stopping. Glad I did it. Glad we did it. We did go a little bit out of the way, but not by too much, just 30 minutes. A good half time, and then traveling with a toddler, it's super important to get the legs out of the car and get some energy out, and then the second half she can do nap. So now heading to Florence.
We're heading out to walk around Florence on a beautiful sunny day. Yeah, it's a sunny day today. We just had some croissants and coffee, and we're gonna go check out the Palazzo Vecchio. So we just finished the Palazzo Vecchio. It was very cool. Lots of hidden passages and great art. The Bargello Museum is my absolute favorite here in Florence. Can't wait to go back in.
Walking down from Piazza Michelangelo through the Giardino della Rosa. Day 6 here in Italy, in Florence, in front of the Palazzo Pitti, which was one of the many famous palaces of the Medici family. And behind the palace is a sprawling, beautiful garden called the Boboli Gardens. Alright, I'm outside Palazzo Vecchio at the Palazzo della Signoria. As you can see, Palazzo Vecchio here behind me. 13 years ago, I studied abroad in this city as a young college kid, not knowing a lot about myself and what I wanted to do in life, but this city truly inspired me to want to travel the world more and keep pushing that envelope of exploring. I came here 6 years ago for my honeymoon as well. So this is the third time coming back, and then now this time married with a toddler. And so it's truly special coming back here. Every single time it reinvigorates me to to understand truly why I travel. This really inspired me to just explore more of the world and really start the journey of Via Travelers. So here it is, taking the site.